Good afternoon, I'm Coach Sneed. I'm the head football coach at Coward High School, and I'm a proud member of the Southern Maryland Football Coach Association, and I have the privilege of coaching football in the Southern Maryland Athletic Conference. My first experience of the SMAC football conference was back when I was a player in high school. I spent 4 years playing football at Northern and graduated in 1993. And it was 1995 that I got my first chance to start coaching. And I can say that since then, the ride has been more than just enjoyable. It's been something that I believe has been a remarkable part of my life. And I think that I have been able to help and encourage a lot of young people throughout my coaching career here in SMAC. And so with that, we're getting ready to celebrate Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving for a football coach brings up a really great opportunity. One of the goals any football coach has in the state of Maryland is to be able to practice on Thanksgiving Day. We've got 5 teams out of the 14 of SMAC that are actually going to, in fact, be able to do that. I encourage you to go out this week, be a part of that practice. I can tell you that those coaches would be encouraged. The players would love to see former players and parents and family members and fans out there supporting their local team on Thanksgiving morning as they prepare to play on Friday night or Saturday afternoon. And I say that because it's not something everybody gets to do. And I think that's what I want to kind of highlight today as I celebrate last night here in my home, looking at the scores roll in and knowing that out of the 6 teams that played last night, 5 of them were able to continue on to the state semifinals. And this is not something that's just happened this year. I think when you go back and you look at 2021 up to this point, this new way of playing football in the state of Maryland, in which we have 6 classifications and everybody makes the playoffs, I think it's featured different things and highlight the brand of football that we have here in Southern Maryland. Some people would say, this new playoff system in which everybody makes the playoffs has caused the competition to become oversaturated. And to a degree, maybe that's true. But I can tell you for SMAC football and the coaches that I coach with, we are excited to be able to get out and play outside of SMAC. Our 9-game schedule each year consists of playing teams in the conference. And I think our coaches and our kids compete extremely hard against one another. And so for us to get a chance to go out and play a different brand of football from another area of the state, it just is an exciting thing to be able to do. And it also allows us to go out there and possibly earn an opportunity to play in the next round of the playoffs when you're not pitted against somebody else in your conference. And a lot of times what's happened in the past, when you had 4 classifications and only 8 teams made the playoffs, is a lot of times we would eliminate each other or not make the playoffs at all because of the grueling conference schedule that we'd have year in and year out. And so I just wanted to highlight some things that I thought were important to celebrate as I'm seeing things come through and people are talking about, hey, we've got 5 teams going to state semifinals and the road to the state championship comes through SMAC and they're laying the SMAC down. Well, a lot of those things happen, yes, because we're proud to be a part of this region. A region in which we sometimes feel are a little bit overlooked. Why? Because we maybe don't always have the high-profile Division I athletes that other counties and conferences and state have. But we do believe, and I can tell you this firsthand because I've been in this conference quite some time, been a head coach at Coward since 2011. And I've had the opportunity to coach for many years in the Chick-fil-A All-Star Game, which pits the best seniors of the 14 schools in SMAC against the best seniors of the 26 schools in PG County. And in that week-long time period in which we get to coach, I learned a lot of things. I learned one, our kids, although maybe not as big and as fast as some of the kids from PG County, they are tremendously gifted with their effort, energy, and character, and they have tremendous football IQ. And I think a lot of times when colleges come down and share and spending time with our players and our coaches, they realize that real quick. That our kids are coached from a high level with a great deal of pedigree from coaches who I believe coach their kids up pretty good and coaches that pour into their players. And what's more significant that I think translates to the wins to a higher level is that I think we've got a community of coaches here in our conference that coach the heart more to the scoreboard. And that transactional type mentality in which we're only going out there to try to win games doesn't guarantee these kids are going to go out there and win life. And I can speak to myself that I don't want to be remembered as a coach. I want to be remembered as a person who used coaching to significantly impact and change lives. And so with that, I just want to kind of highlight some things that I think are really exciting about this brand of football here in Southern Maryland and give you a little insight to why we're all so extremely proud of the 5 teams moving forward into the state semifinals. So with that, let's go ahead and look at the first slide. From 2021, when they opened up the new classifications, the 6 classifications, and allowed everybody to playoffs, through 2023, we've had 2 state champions, Northern in 2021 and North Point in 2022. We've had 6 state finalists. That's Calvert, Huntingtown, Northern, and 2 times North Point and Patuxent. We have faced 86 opponents in the postseason outside of our conference, and we have won 57 of those games. That's a 66.3% winning percentage against teams outside of our conference in the postseason. In the SMAC, we've had 20 teams eliminated in postseason play by other SMAC schools over the last 4 years. And so with that, let's go back and let's look at exactly what things went down in 2021 and what the progressions look like up to this point in 2024. So in 2021, we had faced 18 non-SMAC schools and we recorded 10 wins. 5 of the 14 SMAC schools were eliminated by other SMAC schools, so 9 continued. We had 3 state semifinalists and 1 state finalist and state champion. That was the year Northern won. You can see in this little graph here that the light blue games were games in which teams beat other teams from SMAC. And of course, the beige little tabs there, if you will, or little cells there, are the games in which somebody lost to another SMAC school. Pretty cool thing. You see that because this is what 2021 presented to us, our first year out of COVID and our first year with this expanded classification system. 2022, you can see we've grown, more wins were achieved, and we faced 22 non-SMAC schools and recorded 15 victories. 6 out of the 14 SMAC schools were eliminated by other SMAC schools, so only 8 can continue there in the second round. All right, we had 4 state semifinalists now at this point, 2 state finalists, and again, 1 state champion in North Point in the 4A and 3A classification. 2023, just last year, we faced 25 non-SMAC schools and recorded 16 wins. 5 of the 14 SMAC schools were eliminated, which meant 9 can continue on. 5 state semifinalists and 3 state finalists. Now, all 3 state finalists came up a little short, but they faced some stiff competition and I think represented our conference extremely well. 2 of them were from the same county. Now you look at this year. This year, we're having a successful run of things again, and we've already played 21 non-SMAC schools and have recorded 16 wins. 4 out of 14 of SMAC schools were eliminated by other SMAC schools. We could have a chance if Westlake and Huntingtown both do their jobs where they could face each other in a state championship game. And so with that, you gotta look at these things and you gotta say, wow, how incredible is this? And I should say this as well, almost missed it, but if Leonardtown, North Point do their jobs this coming week, they could be facing each other in a state championship game, if I'm not mistaken. So, with that, there's a lot to celebrate. And I can tell you this is exactly why people here in our region, SMAC region, St. Mary's County, Charles County, Calvert County, are extremely proud of the brand of football that we have. But once again, I mean to reiterate this. I think that you see all these things and there's a lot to celebrate, and this is the type of stuff that we like to get behind because you know what? In the midst of all the work that those kids put in, those coaches and the hours put in, it's the scoreboard and it's the games that you see on Friday nights that you get to celebrate and see the fruit of all these guys later. But I can just tell you that if that's all we did and if that's all we were, it wouldn't be enough. I am grateful and blessed to know that coach is just a title that I have. And what's more important is that I am able to use this game of football to intentionally transform and impact lives. That we as coaches and support people, fans and family members will not be weighed or measured based upon what our scores reflect or the scoreboards and records state championship can achieved, but moreover, what type of young men we help grow through our programs. And I can speak to this, that our conference has a litany of coaches and programs that are intentionally pointing to our kids to guarantee when they graduate from their school that they not only be able to continue to do what they like to do, maybe play football, maybe maybe not. But they're successful in whatever they do. And most importantly, they become great fathers and great husbands. And so with that, I just want to kind of close this thing out by saying thank you for being great fans, great supporters of our communities, raising up great young men, and encouraging our coaches as they continue into the postseason. I hope you all have a great Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for myself and my family and what we're able to enjoy each and every week when we're able to coach during the fall. And of course in the off seasons, we continue to grow our young men as they embark on their next journey or the next upcoming season. So with that, I wish you a happy Thanksgiving, a Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. And I just like to say, God bless. I'm Coach Steve, and I'm out.